Hi, James.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Happy to be here in Zurich.
Well, happy to have you here. So, James Copley, you're the lead singer of Electro Deluxe.
Yes.
You
pronounced that well, by the way. That was
thank
good.
you.
Yeah,
I
you've been
practiced.
practicing for a
I
little
practiced. I had a good teacher.
Go ahead.
And you are a funk band with a very strong live characteristics. The members of Electro Deluxe, they're amongst, I'm quoting, the most sought after musicians on the French musical scene.
Yes.
That implies quite a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, what does it mean to be a musician today, and how different is it from the heydays of the music industry?
Well, first we have to define what is the heydays of the music industry.
Pre-internet era.
Well, that could be another discussion for another day, whether that was actually a heyday. But what does that mean? It means that you have to diversify. Like in any business, you have to be able to change with the times. You have to be able to know what your core audience wants. You have to be able to target the right people. And honestly, today, for someone who's an independent, it's much easier to reach so many more people than it was during the heyday, when it was only up to a certain number of monopolies who control everything. Of course, those monopolies still exist. They control in a different way everything you hear on the radio and on television and the big tours.
Exactly.
But there's always a place for quality in any line of work and in any type of economy. So we hope to continue. We've been growing. We've also have been successful in lasting over 14 years now.
Yeah.
And any relationship that lasts 14 years is not always easy, and we've seen our downtimes like anybody else, but we, with a lot of faith and with a lot of love, because we do love each other.
That's great.
And we have a lot of faith that we're supposed to be in this band. This is our baby. And we're going to see it until people don't want it anymore. So
let's hope that's going to be another long time.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Sure.
Hope so.
You just said you kept growing, and I read that in the last 10 plus years, Electro Deluxe has been active in many different regions. For instance, I wrote it down: China, India, Canada, Mexico, and of course all across Europe.
Yeah.
From a business point of view, did the band play those gigs because they were lucrative, or was the band trying to spread the word and become more famous in territories where they haven't been yet?
Well, we're not the Red Cross, so we can't go for free, that's for sure.
Of course.
But we're always hoping that the sacrifices that we may take financially to travel halfway across the world to do maybe only a couple of concerts can be repaid in relationship building. It's all about relationship building.
Yeah,
and
maybe
the relationships for people who we might travel to India or to China or to Mexico or to South America, that might lead to something else. So when we have the opportunity, and our wives allow us to go, of course,
of course.
We take the opportunity to spread the love that we have. And our music is made to be played in front of people. I mean,
sure.
and that is an amazing experience, to see people halfway across the world who don't understand a word you're saying, completely like vibing to whatever's going on stage, and it's part of the beauty of what we get to do.
Sure.
We're very lucky.
Actually, talking about that, do you have bookers in those countries, or do you do everything from out of France?
No, we have a main booking agent out of France, and then we have deals in individual territories as well.
Okay.
So and everything that we book, we own half of. So yeah, we keep as much control over everything we can.
That's
so our record label, which is called Stardown,
yeah.
Which is the name of our first album that we put out 14 years ago. We're co-producers on all of our tours as well. So that's just another way. Yes, we sell less records these days because, but Honestly, because we've been around so long, we have a number of fans who, like I said, have been very faithful to us. They want that album. They want they want the vinyls. They want,
Yeah.
you know, they're part of the family. So, you know, we're still selling albums, you know, and we're happy with our modest success, we like to say.
Sure. You just mentioned vinyl. So you still print vinyl?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, of course. And maybe it's not that way all around Europe. I know in Germany, especially in France, but it's the fashion is coming back where people want to hear records recorded on, well, records that have been produced on vinyl. You know.
You are originally from Cincinnati, Ohio,
Yep.
US.
Yep.
And but now you live and work in France. How important do you think it is for working musicians these days to be flexible in how or where to move to potentially for a musician's gig?
Honestly, yeah, you're probably asking the wrong person because I don't think it's that important anymore. I think with all the new technology, social media involved, the way that we share music, the way that I can also pass music to my other musicians and how we work digitally, as well as how we travel. You know, airline fares are cheaper than they've probably ever been. Transportation is easier. I don't think it's necessary that we all just accumulate in one little pole. I told you I'm the bad example. I live in a middle-sized town in the very south of France where I have a really beautiful quality of life. I'm 3 hours on the high-speed train away from Paris. When I have to work with the guys in Paris, because they're all based out of Paris, but we play all over the world, so I can hop on a train or a plane anywhere. So I don't always fall for. I'm also older, so you're asking the wrong guy.
Oh, come on.
I'm older. I got kids. You know, I did the big city thing. It's all good. I'm very happy where I am, and you know, I always say I prefer to be a big fat fish in a small pond than be like, you know, a little fish amongst, you know, thousands and thousands of musicians somewhere. So I'm good. I'm good where I am, and I don't think these days it's not necessary anymore to be. It's good to be flexible, obviously with travel and so forth, but no, I think the most important is finding a good quality of life and a good balance, because we do work a lot, and when we come home, you should love your home and love your family.
And take a step back from work.
Yeah,
sure,
definitely.
I understand. You just mentioned social media.
Yeah.
So today's social media sites like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and so on, or Spotify, are said to be crucial drivers for bands and musicians to reach audiences and even be discovered. Do you agree? And how do you personally use social media in regards to music and promoting your music?
Well, I don't think they should be the drivers.
Okay.
I think they should be a platform, and they should be the transporters. But if it's social media that's driving what you do, then you're probably doing it for the wrong reason, because you're looking for an immediate response. See what I'm saying? We do what we do. Like I said, we have a little bit more experience maybe than young kids who are coming out as well. I sound like an old dude when I say that.
No,
my kids are going to kill me. But it shouldn't be the end all. It should be the vehicle that you use to get your message out there. But the message has to be yours. You know, when we write songs, I'm not writing a song thinking about how many hits we're going to get on YouTube for it. We have to use all the platforms that we can to promote our music, and it's a great platform to do it because it's so much less expensive than giving them a bunch of money to an ad agency and having them, you know, try to stick our CD in the radio station, et cetera, and we've had so many great surprises because of it. You know, we get to Turkey where we don't even have any distribution or anything, and we have a small tour set up in Turkey, and we think, wow, it's going to be a nice vacation. We're really happy we're going to Turkey. We get there, and they're stopping us in the street and taking pictures of our drummer.
Fabulous.
And all of our shows are completely sold out, and people are singing all of our songs with all of the words that haven't even been published in front of us. And we're like, yeah, this is only because of social media, the internet, YouTube, etc. So it's, you know, it shouldn't be the driving force to what you're doing, but it has to be used, especially for all independents. And it's a great tool. And, you know, and I'm not afraid of, like, all those kids are putting all kinds of tons and tons of music out there. Let them put it out there. That's great.
Right.
Because, you know, the cream will rise to the top.
Exactly.
You know, and since there's very little money to be made with those platforms, it's the bands who can get up on stage and defend their music and can play the shit out of their music that are going to continue making money. I mean, that's the only reason why these huge bands still tour. U2 and Paul McCartney and so forth. That's their only sources of income now, because they don't make as much money, you know, selling records. So it's, you know, the live element will always be there. So I'm all for it. You have to accept it. You can't, you know.
Exactly. Can't fight it.
No. God, like we said, once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you can't put it back.
Exactly. So, talking about social media more.
No, we don't have to.
We don't have to.
Go
But this
ahead.
one is really important, and especially I loved it.
All your questions are important up until this point. We've
very
noticed
good.
that.
Oh, glad. I saw on YouTube you have a playlist that has 6 songs from your most recent album, which you recorded in a studio, living room.
Yeah.
Looked great.
Yeah, the live sessions, we call them.
Exactly.
Please look them up on YouTube, our live sessions.
They sound amazing, look great. And then I thought, okay, this is basically half of the album, which you give away for free, basically, and on YouTube. And many record labels and people working in the music business think that's the devil, that's bad to do.
Yeah.
Do you think it's bad to do that, to give away music for free on YouTube in that sense? Well, you already answered it, basically.
Well, we're trying to promote the fact that we can play live, because all those video clips, if you will, are recorded live. So there's no remixing or editing involved.
No lip syncing.
No lip syncing. I don't have to worry about that. So it's just us trying to get our message out there that, hey, we're a live band. This is not, you know, a couple pimple-faced kids in their basement, you know, remixing some old 70s tunes or something. So.
And I think you just made a very good point that this is what we sound live.
Yes.
So you hear it on YouTube, and I saw it and I loved it. I've never seen Electro Deluxe live on stage, and I thought if they really sound like this on stage, they have a new fan.
Honestly, and the arrangements that we do for our live shows are completely different than are on the album for most of our songs as well. And I'm not afraid to say that we sound much better live than we do on the record, and that's a pleasure. Because our sound also evolves, and quite honestly, I mean, you know the process of making an album. When you record a song, you might have already worked on it for maybe just a couple of months. You know, we've been playing the song now for a year. And it sounds a hell of a lot better now. I know I sing them a hell of a lot better now than I did on the album. I wish I could go back and re-record the album sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, that sucks. But, you know, so...
That's great.
Yeah, no, but as far as, you know, we have to put our stuff out there, you know. And then we don't lose the value of music, because music does have a value. And we can't forget that. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the market makes it to where the value of our music is live now and not necessarily in recorded music. We're going to keep recording music because that's the way the business is as well. You record something, you go out and you defend it on the road. And of course, we don't want to keep playing the same songs for 2 or 3 years in a row either. So.
Understood. No, of course.
Are we to the bonus question now?
Yes. Well, no, actually not. Sorry. We have another one, but a short one.
Bring it on.
What's coming next for James Copley?
We're writing. We're in the process of writing. Gael was at my house yesterday. That's why my voice is a little groggy because we've been playing and he came down for 2 days. And we're hashing out the new album.
Awesome.
Hopefully we'll be in the studio later this year to record it. We hope we can get it out before the end of the year, but most likely beginning of 2016 it'll come out. It's partly my fault.
Why so?
Because my wife and I are expecting a baby in August.
Oh, so, congratulations!
Yeah, we're really
Fabulous.
excited. A girl, oh my God.
Oh.
I'm in so much trouble. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
congrats.
yeah. We're very. So unfortunately, I kind of put a break, even on a little bit of our touring in August. I had to block out like a couple of weeks where we can't play.
Yeah.
We've lost some money because of that, and
you
that
can
kind
make it up.
Yeah, the album has to be better than ever, or they're gonna kill me.
I'm sure it will be.
But it gives me all kinds of new material, all kinds of hopeful, joyous inspiration.
Exactly.
So,
great.
yeah.
So now we're to the bonus question. Did the internet kill the video star? Yes or no, and why?
No, of course not. No. Why? Because there's more videos than there ever have been.
Fabulous.
And there's more. I was even just reading an article today about all these quasi-internet stars, whatever that means. But no. I mean, if being a star is your thing, then the internet is for you. We just want to make good music and make people happy, and we're very, very blessed that our music gets out on the internet, that we have plenty of fans, that we can come to a place like this. This is a really beautiful place.
Isn't it? Yeah,
we're
beautiful.
excited because we've never played in Zurich, and at Bootsy, it's one of my heroes.
Oh, for those who can't see, that's Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, he's from Cincinnati, Ohio, by the way.
Is he? I didn't know.
Of course.
Of course.
And one of my good friends I met him this year when he came and played in the south of France, because one of my really good friends from high school is his bass player. His name is Mike Cobb. If you're the bass player for Bootsy Collins, then you definitely got the
be
phone.
Awesome. Yeah, well, exactly.
So anyway.
Oh, great.
Little shout out to Mike Cobb, Cincinnati, Ohio. Bootsy, love you. On the one.
Well, that was our interview. James, thank you very, very much. It was very interesting.
Yeah,
All the
it was
best.
nice meeting you, by the way.
Yeah, same here. Thank you so
Cool.
much. And please come back to Zurich.
Hopefully after tonight they'll ask us to come back next week.
Very good.
We'll see.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.